Hello friend, welcome back. In this video I want to update our dashboard. So by default, when you install that Laravel Breeze authentication system, so Breeze actually provided this type of one of the dashboard page, right? I have already discussed about that things with you. Right now better I want to make it as a clean. Okay, I simply clean it. Simply clean. So that is our web route, and then by default one of the view. So into the view you can see there is a view, and that is one of the dashboard page. So now that is dashboard page is loaded. Right now I want to change it. Here I want to customize it. So friend, my main target is you learn Laravel from very beginning by developing one complete project. So by creating that project you will learn Laravel more effectively. Okay, like right now, first of all, I want to change that our default admin panel. I want to replace it with that is one of the custom admin panel. I want to replace it by this. So let's do that work. For doing this, that is one of the index.html. Okay, so first of all, I want to go to our theme. So that will be our backend theme, and into this backend theme, that is one of the asset. So friend, if you understand that part, then you can change whatever the theme you want to add in your project. You can able to do this work. It's very easy. So now that is our backend. Okay, so that is all that our static HTML file, and they have one of the asset folder, and into this asset there is a CSS, font, images, JS library. First of all, I want to simply take our asset. So I copy that asset folder. Now go to our project. So into that is our basic project. Into the basic project in our public, better I want to create one of the folder. Okay, I simply create one of the folder. That will be our backend file, right? I make it as a backend. Okay, backend. I simply created one of the folder as a backend, and into this backend folder here I want to paste our asset file. So it may take little time, better when it will be done, then I'll come back again. Okay friend, here is now successfully added all that our asset folder in our public. I have created on the folder name as a backend. Okay, great. Now I want to take our index. So that is also another index.html. So that is our index.html, and that is actually this one, right? Here they have one of the sidebar. They have one of the header part, they have one of the main content part, and also that is our footer part. Okay, that is actually the 4 different type of part. I want to do, first of all, I want to get everything. Okay, I want to get everything that is in our index.html file. So before adding that index.html, I want to do in our, that will be our view file, right? So into the view area, I want to into the resources, views. Here I want to create one of the new folder. I want to organize it, then that will be actually helpful. I simply create another folder name as admin. So into this admin area, I want to create 2 of this file. One I want to create another new file. I click as a save as, and I just name it as a admin _ master. Okay, master.blade.php, because that is one of the blade syntax. So I simply added that as a admin master blade.php. Great. And now I want to create another file. I click as a save as, and I just name it as index.blade.php. Simply understand all that process. As I told you, Laravel will be very much easy to you. How much easy do we develop one of the project? I will step by step I show you. Like I simply created 2 of this file. One is the admin master.blade, and also another one is the index.blade.php. And now I want to do in our admin master. First, now I want to go to our project, that means our backend theme, and into the backend theme, that is index.html. So now I want to open it with the Sublime text editor, and now I copy everything from here, because all that our header, sidebar, navbar, and footer, everything in our one page. You can see that is index.html page. Everything is in here. So right now I simply select by the Ctrl A, and now I copy it by the Ctrl C, and now in our admin master here I want to paste it. Okay friends, so that's all. Right now we don't need this. I simply close it. So when you add it in our blade file, so right now that is our extension as a blade.php, right? Here now if you want to access all that your fav icon, if you want to access that CSS, all that CSS, and also that have some of the JSS, if you want to access it, we have to access it from which position? In our public, and that is our backend. right? And after that backend, you can see asset and then images and favicon. That means everything is ready-made in here. Also, there is a asset libraries, admin resources, jQuery, and there is a asset library, asset library. That means our asset is the common, right? Only we have to add that our asset first for the getting our public folder, and then we have to get that as a backend. I show you, like right now our path will be, that is a blade syntax and then asset. So this asset means that is actually asset. By this asset you are able to access our public folder, right? And after that public folder, here I have created another folder as a backend, right? So that is our backend folder, and after that backend folder, then that will be our assets. That means that will be just like that same. So our main common part will be this one. Better I copy it because that will be needed a lot of the time. Better I save it in here, and now I want to cart it, and all that our asset file. Now before that asset, I want to execute it. So I simply select it by pressing that control. You can add that multiple one. Okay, I simply select it, and select it. Now I want to paste it. Great. So everything will be very clear to you right now. So that is our backend and slash our asset folder, right? You can see how much easy. Now I simply cart it, and after that backend I want to paste it. Now that is our appropriate position. That is our asset. That means it should be access our public folder and then the backend folder. So that is our backend folder, and after that backend, that is our asset folder. Okay. So now I want to update it for our rest of all the CSS. I simply cart it, and here I paste it, and also from here I want to cart it, and then I want to paste it. I simply updated our URL. Now I cart it, and then I paste it. So that is the same process. Now we have to apply for all. I simply first of all I want to simply take our CSS and the JSS, which will be very important. So now I cart it, and then I paste it. Okay, so here I paste it. Great. And also we have to do they have also some of the images. Okay, for the images I want to update it. That will be the same process. Better I copy it, I copy it, and then there is asset, and then also there is another one. Okay, and then also there is another one, sorry, that will be the asset. Pressing that control, you can add that multiple one. I paste it. Okay, so now we have to update it. That is asset, I cart it, and then after the backend, that will be our images. That is also another one. I cart it and then paste it. Again I cart it and then paste it. Then I cart it. Okay, and then I paste it. Great. Okay, I simply paste it. Okay, so I simply updated that part. And also I have updated the CSS, and also there for this theme there is some of the JS file. Also now we have to update that JS file. Better right now I copy it again. Okay, and then I've selected multiple things at a time. Okay, I simply select it by pressing that control. I simply select it. That is another one. Asset, and then the asset, and then asset. I simply paste it. Now we have to update our path. That will be as asset library and jQuery mean. I cart it, and then that will be here. I simply cart it. That will be after that backend folder, because I have already taken everything in our backend folder. I cart it, I paste it. How much easy I show you. Like simply I first of all want to update that all that our URL. I paste it, I cart it, and then I paste it. And then another one. I cart it, and then that will be paste it. I simply cart it and paste it. Okay, cart it and then paste it. So I don't want to escape that video. I just simply recording that video. So that is a simple process. I hope you understand what exactly the things you have to do. And then another one, and also then another one. Okay, cart it and paste it, and then again I cart it and then paste it. Great. So I simply updated all that our JS link, and also I have updated our CSS link. Right here, if you go to the top, I have already updated our CSS link. Now you have to understand one thing, like for our every pages, our which portion will be changed. Like if you go to our another page, okay, like here I go to that another basic table. Into the basic table here you can see our sidebar is the same, our header is the same, our footer is also the same. Only that part, that means that is actually our content part, that is become changed, right? If you go to again dashboard, you can see everything is become same, only our that part will be updated. So that part I want to make it as a EL part. Okay, so that will be only always I want to change our that main EL part. So I want to make it as a one of the ID. So if you want to do this work, first of all you have to get that part. So if you want to get it, because everything right now in our index, that means in our master admin master blade. So from the admin master blade, I want to segment it. That means I want to find out our main EL part. Like you can see, that is one of the header, right? So that is one of the header, and you can see header is ended, which is totally fine. And after that, that is our left sidebar. So I simply minimize it. You can see there is a left sidebar is started and left sidebar ended. Great. That means that is our header and that is our sidebar. I want to get our that part. Okay, so that is our another part. You can see there is a main content part. Okay, so that is a main content. I want to minimize it, and you can see it's now display as the end of the page content. So that is actually our main content. Okay, so now I want to do that is our total content part. Okay, so that is our total content part. I want to take it. Okay, I simply take it, I simply cut it from to this position, I simply cut it, and now in our index and into the index area I paste it. Okay friend, right now better I want to select it and I want to make it a little bit left side. Okay, so right now that will be as a left side. Great. So now that is our index, and that is actually I get it from here. So now our that part will be as a EL part. So if you want to make it as a EL, so then that will be as a EL. Okay, that will be the EL part, and for the EL I want to add one of the ID, and I just name it as admin. So now we have to also allocate that admin. Okay, here that means always our that is EL part, that is that our dashboard in particular that part will be changes, right? So now I want to make it as EL part, one of the ID as admin. Now in our index, into this index also we have to now add it. So from to this position you have to simply extends. Okay, that will be the extends. So that is the extends will be our which folder. Here we have to allocate it that our folder name. So I have already added that our allocated folder as a admin, and into this admin that is our admin master, right? So now first of all I want to add that our folder name as admin, and then I have created on the file as admin_master. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. And also after that in our EL area I have already added one of the ID as admin. So now I want to take it, so that will be one of the section. Okay, @ and then the section. So into the section area I have already put one of the ID name as admin. Okay, and also you have to end this section. So that is will be started from to this position, and then that is our last one. After that last step I want to make it as an end. Okay, that is the end section. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. So right now everything will be more clear. Like that is our index, that is our total content part, right? So that is our total content part. I simply cut it from to this position, and here I make it as a EL ID as admin, and then I extend that our EL part. So that is our EL extends, I make it as admin and admin master, right? And that is our total sections. Now I want to load our index page. Okay, that means when that will be loaded, then automatically our everything will get it in our master blade. Like if you want to do that work, now go to our router. Okay, that is our routes, and if you go to that our web routes, say into the web route before for the /dashboard, right? So that is our dashboard page. So that is our /dashboard. So before which page is loaded, you can see there is a return view as a dashboard page. So as I told you before, that is one of the dashboard page, and that dashboard page is loaded. So now I want to change it. Here now I want to change, and I want to load our index page. So if you want to load that index page, that is in our which place, that is in our admin, and that is the index, right? So now I want to change that our view. First of all, that is the admin folder and our file name as index. So right now when our URL will be /dashboard, then that will be simply written on the view as the admin folder, and that is our index page will be loaded. Okay, and when index page will be loaded by this admin master, will get our all that CSS, will get that all the JSS header part. You can see there is a sidebar part, and also there is another one as a footer part. Everything will get right. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, I simply save all. Now our dashboard is become changed. I updated that view as a admin index page. Now if you go, now simply refresh it. Yes, you can see our magic is happening. So right now our total dashboard is become changed. Our sidebar is successfully loaded. Our header is successfully loaded, and that is our main body part. That means our EL part is loaded, and that is our footer part is loaded. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So in our next video, I want to update it. I want to also segment our, if you want to segment that sidebar, if you want to segment that header, you can also segment it. So as I told you friend, step by step, everything will be more clear to you. Just stay tuned with me. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.